We need to encourage Popcorn Planet to sue Netflix and Co. over the theft of their content and others' content in the fake Depp versus Her documentary. The documentary makers are trying to copyright other people's footage as well as defame all the YouTubers and streamers that covered the trial. Oh my fucking God. Okay, here we go.
Guys, Netflix is trying to own my footage of meeting Johnny along with several other clips from our coverage from the trial, and they're using it to paint it in a nefarious way. Guys,
can I just pause right here and say that just because you uploaded something onto your channel doesn't mean that you had the ownership of it to begin with. Like, if you're watching somebody else's stuff, you don't have the copyright to this for sure. That's why they can DMCA you.
YouTube is now blocking the footage. This isn't right. We have Christopher Melcher here, and I want to break it down for you all.
Okay.
Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signor. If you caught our live stream yesterday, you will see my live reaction as we watched the Netflix documentary, Depp v. Heard. I'm all over this documentary, Chris, and so are you. Welcome, Christopher Melcher. How are you doing, Chris?
Well, pretty good. I know when we all heard that this was coming out and that we had been maybe featured in it, you know, it's kind of very strange to hear about that because I had not been contacted at all by the producers of this thing, and as we'll get into, have not watched it intentionally.
Did they really use the poop there? I'm never gonna watch this. Like, I already saw it when it came out. So, like, I'm not going to watch this ever. Is it real?
Well, I'll be honest. Like, we have Christopher on the show because he's very, very honest. He gives a lot of points, and, you know, he's very fair. And they take some of your content, your clips out of context, Christopher, in ways that really frustrated me to paint this idea that the trial was all decided by social media. The jurors didn't know what they were doing. Amber Heard hired bots. It's all about the money. All this stuff that's just not founded. She just finds clips to justify her case, and she uses my clips to try to paint a picture that's defamatory in my mind. But here's the Depp v. Heard documentary. I would avoid it like the plague because it's just not honest. And Christopher, I want to get your insight because I saw you respond to a thread here. Let me just break down what's happening so you all can see it. And I've done since another test to prove that this is still an issue. Okay. So here's what's happening. If you go to my back end, guys, the analytics and stuff from the YouTube player here, you'll see here that this is yesterday's stream and it's ineligible. This video cannot be monetized. And when you go here for details, see details, it shows that Netflix and Channel 4, which is where this documentary started in the UK on Channel 4, and then was also sent to Netflix, they now are the copyright owner in basically every entity in the world, Christopher. Look at that. Right. It's like insane. They are the copyright owner. Now, here's the time code. If you go to this time code in the video, it is the portions of the video where I'm meeting Johnny Depp. All of these moments are literally from my video, the world exclusive interview that they do not have the rights to.
I mean...
where I'm meeting Johnny Depp. I then loaded a second video. I wanted to just make sure. Was this a fluke? Was it because I played more? I'm going to put that unlisted video in the description here. You guys can go watch.
Isn't copyright awesome? Isn't the system super cool?
The video for full transparency to see what I'm talking about. But yes, same thing. This time I only focused on the clip of meeting Johnny. See details. Blocked. Copyright owners. This isn't even fair use. This is them saying they own my footage.
To be fair, this is something that is automatically... Like, this entire decision was made by an algorithm. There was never a real person that made this decision. And I originally thought this was just him. It was just him talking about, like, his coverage. But if it's, like, actually are you sure? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I mean, as somebody who's familiar with YouTube, I've done YouTube for a long time. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Did they just use a part of it, though, or the whole video? I think this stuff is so stupid. I think this entire fucking thing is ridiculous.
Which they didn't even really edit, Christopher.
If you want to know my honest opinion about this whole fair use, the content copyright and everything like that, I think if you put something on the fucking internet, you should expect other people to use it. I'm not talking people that upload a one-to-one of it, right? Of course, that's probably an issue. But if people are going to use it in their content as well, and you don't like that, well, you shouldn't have put it on the fucking internet. I don't think it does people any favors by having all of these massive, oppressive fucking laws that allow these huge corporations to control every single term and way that people interact with each other. It is insane. The copyright laws is way overreaching. And by the way, I practice what I fucking preach. People upload my shit, I don't complain. People upload my shit, Netflix uploads it, I say great. That's what I think, it's what I believe, it's what I do.
Playing the footage again, but we're going to play a little bit of it, but it's just frustrating because they don't even attempt to make it transformative.
I no doubt I'm in it a lot. No doubt I'm being painted as a vampire who is profiting off of it. No doubt I look like an asshole. And no doubt do I give a fuck. I don't. That's their right. They're going to put it up, do whatever you want. They put it up there.
Don't even attempt to add commentary. And going back, Christopher, I want to really open up and be fully transparent. I learned, because sometimes these emails come in and they seem spammy, and I just don't care and I don't want to engage. And there were emails
off of it, to be fair. Oh, and it was delicious.
From this producing team, and I want to show you this. Hope you're well. This is from Helen Carr. Following up from an email sent by my colleague, Carl, in January. I'm a UK-based archive producer currently working on a 3-part documentary series which re-examines the trial of the century Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard defamation case.
Somebody says, what if somebody made deep fake porn of you? What do you want me to do about it? They refer to you as a basement dweller. Little do they know that you're actually in your attic. Who cares? Call me whatever they want. Yeah, who gives a fuck? It's like people were born yesterday. Like, haven't y'all been on the internet before?
The series is being produced by Fullwell 73 and Empress Films for a UK broadcaster and an international streamer, Netflix. I wanted to get in touch to see if it would be possible to license some of your YouTube videos on the trial for use as archive in the series. Looking forward to hearing you. I would have said no, and I don't want to be, and I just didn't engage, and they did not get my permission. So she wrote again, Dear Andy, hope you're well. Just following up on the email. Previously mentioned I'm UK's blah, 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 blah. I want to let you know as a courtesy that we will be using the following clips from a YouTube channel in episode 1 of the series. So they used 4 pieces. They decided, we of course will provide credit as well. Now, instead of asking for the license fee, Christopher, they've just deemed, well, we're going to use you 4 times in episode 1.
Yeah.
They then followed up again. Hope you're well. Following up on the email I sent in March, as previously mentioned, I wanted to let you know as a courtesy, we'll be using the following clips in episode 2. Another 4 clips. Just also in our 3rd episode, 4 more clips. So they used, doing my math, 12 clips, Christopher. 12 clips that they wanted a license from me. They decided, well, we're just going to use it. But here's a courtesy. We'll provide credit, of course.
Thank you.
I never gave you permission, Helen. And I wouldn't have given you permission, especially seeing how you framed it, implying that I'm part of some bot army or calculated campaign that was in cahoots with Johnny Depp, which is what your series does.
Yeah.
Completely defamatory and false. There was no interaction. Johnny Depp didn't invite me to that concert. One of our fans did. Marcella, generous fan, got our tickets.
Yeah, I mean, like, as I said, I have a pretty hardline stance on this kind of stuff. I think that they should be able to use... I think the only real problem here in this situation is the fact that he's getting his shit taken down that's showing the stuff that they used of his. Like, that's where the problem is. The problem is in the YouTube algorithm. I think Netflix should have been able to use this stuff, no problem. And I think he should have been able to use the trial stuff, no problem. I don't like the idea that, oh, well, you can't talk about me in this way because I don't agree with it. Well, then he should sue them for defamation. If he thinks this is what's happened, he should do it. And he should televise it. That way I can watch that one too. But the fact is that I don't want to live in a world where people are saying you can't look at anything that I say or do and criticize it, because if you do, then I'm going to try to shut you down. I think that's a very bad precedent to set. It doesn't help anybody. And all it does is serve to make things more divided, less open, and make it harder to have conversations. Did Netflix reach out to you? I don't know. Yeah, I have no idea. I mean, I didn't see it. Maybe they did.
Row paid for it, was excited to be there. Johnny recognized us after the trial.
Document a lot. Good. They should put me in there again.
And it wasn't even he who invited us back. Someone else did to connect us because Johnny had seen the coverage. And he just wanted to thank us. He's like, I saw some of the stuff you did. It was great. You paint it in this way, like we were working together or I had money, the way that this piece is edited, Christopher. It's really troubling. And so I'm curious, legally, I saw you talking about stuff, but like, so because they now send an email saying we're giving you credit, this is just a courtesy, does this waive their rights when they're, I hear, buying licenses from everybody else? How is Netflix, of all entities, allowing this kind of shoddy and terrible production and lack of proper licensing and clearances on their clips to put it out in the world?
Well, the reason why they did it is because it's in line with the agenda of people that run Netflix. It's the same reason why they keep replacing and race swapping people. It's that it is more important for them to push an agenda or to push a worldview that is more important than following the law or being ethical. That's the reason why they're doing it. So in their mind, the message of saying that like everybody that was critical of the trial was like a paid bot and part of some hate group or something like this, that message is more important to them than following protocol. Because these people think that they have like an ontological moral superiority over everybody else, and that moral superiority allows them to bypass any sort of rules that there are. I hate these people. They're awful, and they're poison to everything that they go near. So I don't like them at all. But I fucking hate them, but I think they do whatever they want. That's disgusting, holy shit. Yeah, but they do whatever they want. It's their freedom of speech. It's First Amendment. That's what I think. But I do think that they probably did break the law by doing this. But he could probably sue them and have it taken down, potentially. But fair use is a defense in court. It's not like a proactive thing that you can just like classify ahead of time. You have to prove fair use in court.
Do I have cause of concern here, I guess, is my first question for you.
Well, absolutely. So when you create content, any of us create content, you own the copyright to that. So once you're recording
Upon
something
inception.
or fixing it, in a medium just like this,
that in the 70s.
that is owned by
I think it was
you.
the 70s.
That is your copyrighted content.
Yeah.
And now them sending you emails saying, well, first of all, I want to buy a license, so I want to pay you for your use, would be an admission that they needed the license.
Yeah, I think I agree with this. I do. I think it was a mistake for them to have asked them at all.
Secondly,
yeah, because like it can be used as like a frame of reference that like, are we at 5 minutes yet? Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are. I'm done. I'll link the video. You guys want to watch the rest of it. Yeah, I'll support the guy, but I also don't support the idea of DMCAing anybody that wants to provide you unfavorable coverage. And I also don't support the idea of DMCAing people or trying to get people taken down just because they're portraying what you do in a light that you don't agree with. I think that if we go down that path, we're going to have a very, very bad public discourse. So yeah, I support the guy in a way. I understand what he's saying. I get it, but I think that, I have a little bit of a different perspective. And as somebody else who apparently got farmed a lot in this documentary, I am seeking no restitution. I am seeking no money back from Netflix. They can keep it all, put my name at the end, and hopefully provide a link to my YouTube channel. But if they don't do that, it's what I don't give a fuck, right? Because I put it out there on the internet, and people are going to use it. Huge the difference between individuals and Netflix, by the way. Yeah, but I think if you want to use that logic, usually that logic is used to coincidentally take advantage of situations. This documentary and what you did whenever you react to content. Well, that's exactly right. Yeah, I mean, well, it depends. Like, I mean, the trial was like, it depends on who was recording it. What if they try to take down your videos after they license it? Well, then I would work it out with them. Right? But I don't think they're going to do that. And if they try to do that, then we have to work it out. But I'm not going to go out. I'm not going to go to war for this. Does this make sense? The copyright strike your content, then I'll have to deal with it. Yeah, pick your battles. I'm not going to start a battle. I don't need to. Like, I've got so many fucking things in my life I got to deal with. You think I have a problem with this? Get the fuck out of here. Reasoning only words because you don't care about shit. Would you be opinionated about something you care about? So you're saying that I don't care about this, but wouldn't it be different if you did care about it? Oh God, where's the hammer? I'm gonna hit myself in the head a few times, and maybe then I'll understand what you're trying to say. Yeah, I've got it. Where's it? It's right here. Okay, we've got the hammer.